Hello guys, this is my first video on a blender. So I have using a blender for around 1 year, and in this video I will explain to you how to use blender in an easy way. So let's get started. The first, open up a blender. This is the blender software which you use. So first thing, let me tell you, I will explain you about the blender from starting. First, this is the blender software. How you first time open look. I know that a lot of you guys are worried about that, how use this all these kind of windows. You might be confused about these kind of windows, but mm, let me do in an easy way. So this is the first window you got and come across. This is the first okay, this is the first window. So Blender is a free tool and easy to use, and you can create and manipulate any object, 3D object. So let me explain you step by step. So over top here you see a editor window, and click on this and you got into a number of different other windows. So I explained you in later that all the windows. So I go first file. I will explain to you in the file section. You will go through the file, new, open, recent, all these save, all these kind of patterns. And next is our render mode. In this render mode, you render image, render video, and animation, anything you will actually going to create. Over next is a window window tab. In this window tab, you're going to be a change and setting your windows different perspective according to your and over there here is a help window. So there is a view of we not going to mess with this view, and we just keep it as a default. Over next is a scene window, and there is a blender render. So if you use a blender render, make sure you selected on a blender. And if you're going to use any other third-party cycle render, so you will must be click on this. So this is a text about the object which we already default location set, and over there is an in this section we have outliners objects. Outliner window is in this window your all your objects which you are going to be use in your project are all are listed in this window. So first we go by the first and first, and over there first is a queue. So if I select it on this queue, it will be highlighted, and if I this all these are there. Over next down here we have properties. Different object have this property section is a changing according to our object, which object we choose. So over there is a form, and the first is a camera, and next is a scene. So these are all the bunch of the options which we came across next. And over down bottom here, this is our animation section, which we animate our object, actor rigging, all these things. There are some options also down there, which is selecting, moving, rotating, all these. So we use this rotating, sizing, so all these are. And over left hand, our left side over there we have a different up to objects. We can create a plane, cube, circle, all these kind of variety of different objects we can use later in the course. And there over is the tool sections, and this is an area, 3D area, which we call a viewport. So first you have a three object in this by default. It's the first camera object, light, and default cube. You can change and do everything with this, whatever you want to do. So this is the basic introduction, but introduction for software, guys. So let me move into the next part. So now we're using how to navigate in Blender. So actually the Blender is a navigation same as other modeling software, but there is a difference in the Blender. You can use a mouse, you can move around and whatever you want to do. So this is a 3 button moving tool. So you must be have a 3 button mouse. So I will explain to you what are the role of the 3 button mouse. The first, from left click you can select anywhere and select. In Blender you basically select with the right click, and over scroll button you can zoom in or out. And if you want to move this regulation, you have to be a click shift and middle mouse button to move around the object over a screen, so it will be easy for you. Other thing is that you can do with there are some shortcut and hotkeys for this interface. If you're using a keyboard with a numpad, you can directly change view. If I show you like that, 4 num4 for rotating on the right side, left on the right side, and 6 for moving on left side, 7 for top view, 3 for right view, 1 for left view. So these are the views, and Control Alt Q for divided into all these 3 orthographic views. You can directly setting your view according to this. It would be a very beneficial when you designing a complex object or manipulating a very complex object. So let me go back into the normal view, and here I can change to simply shift. So this is the how we navigate in this Blender, and go and do some practice, guys, and let me know in comment box how you like about this video. So hopefully you like this video, and thumbs up. So thank you, guys.